for showing love for everyone. And it doesn't really mean Valentine's for couple or romantically. It's more friendship, your family, and your friends. So yeah, spread love. Happy Valentine's.
Being with your coworkers and celebrating a day of love. And it's just not just about love, it's also about friendship and then all the games and little treats that you get.
Definitely seeing the flowers from just a bunch of flowers and forming it into this wonderful arrangement. So it showcased everyone's creativity, and I had so much fun.
My first time doing the flower arrangement because I plan to give this to my boyfriend because he's always giving me flowers. So it's his turn to receive flowers naman. Thank you, Neo.
for showing love for everyone. And it doesn't really mean Valentine's for couple or romantically. It's more friendship, your family, and your friends. So yeah, spread love. Happy Valentine's.
Being with your coworkers and celebrating a day of love, and it's just a
This is your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 Kings Division Final between Globe and Anytime Fitness. Both of these teams facing each other for the second time this season, and this one in a grudge match for all the marbles. Once again, this is Diego Del Paz bringing you the action from Gameville Ballpark Court number 1 in Mandaluyong City. And a review of both of these teams' performances. Globe went 6-0 in that Group A, and they finished first, while Anytime Fitness finished second with a 4-2 record. During that last time that they met in March 15, Globe defeated Anytime Fitness in a close one, 60-57, while Globe defeated Tenet in the semifinals in last April 25, led by Vince Manalad with 26 points, 10 assists, 2 rebounds and 2 steals, while Anytime Fitness defeated Fujitsu WeServe 82-74, led by Marcos Rabano with 15 points, 5 assists and 5 steals. Key players to watch out for both teams. For Globe, that's Vince Manalad, scoring 17.5 points, 4.8 rebounds and 7.3 assists. And Marvin Valdivia, part of the Mythical 5 here in the Kings Division, 12 points, 6.7 rebounds and 4 assists. While for Anytime Fitness, their players to watch: Ryan Magbanua, part of the Mythical 5, scoring 14.7 points, 14 rebounds with 2.8 assists, shooting 47% from the field, while Marcos Rabano scoring 12 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists this season for Anytime Fitness. And now let's send it over to our PA announcer to introduce the starters for both squads.
Shooting guard number 84, James Sanchez. At forward number 19, Julius Aguilar. Power forward number 28, Don Yu. And at center number 1, Arnold Magbanua. And now let's meet the starting unit from your Anytime Fitness. Starting on guard number 1, Cardinal Bigan. Shooting guard number 11, Ryan Magbanua. At forward number 18, Patrick Daniel. And at forward number 9, Kevin Velasquez. And at center, number 27, Aaron Singer.
Starters now on the floor for both teams. For Globe, they're starting with Arnold Pagdanganan, Vince Manalad, Julius Aguilar, James Sanchez, and Don Yu. While for Anytime Fitness, they're starting with Carlo Gingon, Kevin Velasquez, Ryan Magbanua, Patrick Dano, and Aaron Sunga. Globe wearing their immaculate white tops with dark shorts, while Anytime Fitness wearing the all-purple uniforms. And we are now underway here in the Kings Division Final of your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. We're still coming to you from Gameville Ballpark Court number 1, and the jumper is up and good for Globe to open up the scoring. That's Don Yu with the first 2 off the ball game. Steal completed here by Globe. Sanchez, right-handed finish, and it's a 4-0 start for Globe. Magbanua sneaking through the lane, puts up the shot off target. Offensive rebound won by Kevin Velasquez. Gets rejected there by Julius Aguilar. Second chance opportunity here for Anytime Fitness, and they missed that 3-point shot from the corner, courtesy of Kevin Velasquez. 9 on the shot clock here for Anytime Fitness. Aaron Sunga swings it to Kevin Velasquez. Couldn't make that shot with 1 second on the shot clock. Manalad surveying the floor here. Sends it down low, but that pass a little too hot to handle for Don Yu downstairs. A minute and a half in to our first quarter. Kevin Velasquez hits the three. And it's now 4-3 and still in favor of Globe. There's a steal there by Patrick Dano. Dano on the second try, misses from the baseline. Arnold Pagdaanan with the rebound. Vince Manalad gets rejected up top. Great stop from Patrick Dano. "16 seconds on the shot clock here for Globe.
16 seconds on the shot clock.
Close start here between both squads. Here's a drive by Julius Aguilar and finds that seam on that Anytime Fitness defense. Velasquez for three. Left it short. Sunga too strong on the putback. Dano recycles the offense and great find to Ryan Magbanua. And if Anytime Fitness down by one, 6-5. Vince Manalad gives it to Sanchez. No look find downstairs for Arnold Pagdaanan. Back to a 3-point lead here for Globe. 7 minutes remaining here in the opening frame. Great anticipation for Vince Manalad.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
He's able to disrupt that Anytime Fitness offense. Dano, cross-court pass to Velasquez. Velasquez with a baseline drive. It will stay with Anytime Fitness. They only have 5 seconds on their shot clock. What a find off that inbound play to Patrick Dano. It's down to a 1-point game once more. Globe trying to pad on to their lead. Kevin Velasquez. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Velasquez sends it to the baseline. Arnold Pagdaanan got called for traveling first for putting up that shot. An opportunity here for Anytime Fitness to gain the lead for the first time this afternoon turned evening. Great ball movement here for Anytime Fitness, and yet great recovery for the Globe defense. Kevin Velasquez misses that jumper, and now Globe on the run. Pagdaanan, nice find from Vince Manalad. It's back to a 3-point lead for Globe, 10-7 now. Magbanua makes an extra pass. Kevin Velasquez. Ball stripped away from Anytime Fitness. Now Vince Manalad attacking. Left-handed finish against Carlo Gingon. Nearing the halfway mark. Again, passerelle, what they call as passerelle rules will apply here. 5-man swap shortly. Ryan Magbanua gets called for the offensive foul, and he will give our referees an earful. Globe slowing things down. Manalad found a screen here by Julius Aguilar. Uses it, drives left. Couldn't make it with his left hand. Ryan Magbanua going downhill. Magbanua trying to go coast to coast like a bull through a china shop. Couldn't make it. Sunga still misses it on the second try. Manalad gets held down by Carlo Gingon. championship level foul there, as we have our mandatory swaps here in the first quarter, midway through. 4 minutes and 53 left. But Manalad will remain on the floor to shoot his 2 free throws. Waiting on the wings is Royce Agustin at the scorer's table. Chance to make this a 6-point ball game if he makes this one. So for the season, Vince Manalad, 77% from the free throw line, takes 1 out of 2 and promptly checks out for the aforementioned Royce Agustin. Andre Pamat. Now to Aji Yatar. Path block there for Melvin Somera. Great ball movement for Anytime Fitness. Marcos Rabano, though, airballs that 3-point attempt and out of bounds. 4 minutes and 25 left here in the opening period. One bounce and out for that Ron Mauricio jumper. And now Anytime Fitness trying to get to their offense here. Melvin Somera drops the ball downstairs to Andre Pamat, who misses from point blank. Peter Ramirez forwards it to Marvin Valdivia. 3-pointer knocked in by Marvin Valdivia. A 33% shooter from 3-point range, averaging 12 points a contest. That's his first 3 of the early evening. Lloyd Lamak misses from point blank downstairs, and a steal here by Marcos Rabano. Anytime Fitness scores with Rabano's floater. It's now 16-9. 7-point advantage here for Globe. As time waning here in the first quarter. Royce Agustin misses that floater. Rabano gave it up, and the jumper is in for Melvin Somera in transition. Down to a 5-point ball game. 16-11, still in favor of Globe. Royce Agustin slaloming through but misses. Second try is good for Nelson Maralit. Or check, that was Marvin Valdivia. As we are down to the final 2 minutes and 31 of the first quarter. Pamat misses that straightaway 3. Valdivia forward pass to Ramirez. Ramirez against 2 defenders. Tried to turn on the Jets and missed that right-handed layup. Rabano against Maralit. Couldn't get it to drop. Defensive rebound won here by Valdivia. Ramirez, 1-on-2. Ramirez couldn't get that right-handed finish to drop. He will head to the line for 2 shots. Haji Atar called for his first personal foul. Peter Ramirez to the free throw line, where he is a 50% shooter from the 4.5-meter stripe, averaging 9.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 1.2 steals. Shooting 46% from the field and 24% from 3-point range. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line extends their advantage to 8. 19-11. Under 2 minutes left here in the opening period. Rabano asking for a screen here. Rabano now makes his move. Great screen set by Somera. Kicks it to the right wing. Andre Pamat couldn't get the jumper to drop. Marvin Valdivia attacking and scoring. 21-11. It's A 10-point advantage now for Globe. Rabano goes downhill. Rabano floats it up. Couldn't get it to drop. Putback is good for Lamak. Lamak. 69 seconds left here in the first quarter. Peter Ramirez tried to slalom through that defense. Couldn't make that shot. Second try won't go through for Ron Mauricio. And Nelson Maralet gets it on the third try, and he's a Johnny Goodfellow, which nobody can deny. 2+1 opportunity here for Globe. Maralet could make this a 9-point ball game with this bonus free throw. Check that. An 11-point ball game. Maralet though misses that one. Hasn't made a 30% shooter from the free throw line this season. 45 seconds left, and Maralit gets a stop. Forward pass, Ron Mauricio makes the extra pass to Marvin Valdivia, and it's a see you later for Globe. Half a minute left here in the first quarter. 12-point ball game, favor of the white shirts. They got another stop. Maralit gives it up. Valdivia, rim running and scoring. 14-point ball game here for Globe. Starting to be a runaway against Anytime Fitness. Rabano with an off-balance shot. Couldn't get it to drop. 3 seconds left. Mauricio off the glass, no good. And that will end the first quarter of action. Globe 27, Anytime Fitness 13 after the first quarter of play. We'll be back with more action here in the Kings Division Final of your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. This is your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. Kings Division Final between Globe and Anytime Fitness. So far, a one-sided affair in favor of Globe. And Ryan Magbanua gets the triple B, the bump, the bucket, and the chance for the bonus to start the second quarter of action. 27-15, still in favor of Globe. Once again, this is Diego Del Paz bringing you the action from courtside here at Gameville Ballpark, Mandaluyong City. And Arnold Pagdanganan shuffled his feet like a deck of cards and got caught by our officials. There's a chance for Anytime Fitness to cut down their deficit to just 10 points with a basket here. Magbanua sends it inside. Raymond Ferrer got rejected. It's too crowded downstairs. Magbanua overshoots the mark on that last shot. Jack Makasait tries to go coast to coast. Couldn't get it to drop the first time around. And what a play for Julius Aguilar, who gets the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. Barely a minute into the second quarter. It's back to a 14-point advantage here for Globe. They could make it 15 with this bonus foul shot. Unfortunately though, Julius Aguilar, a 25% free throw shooter, could not sink the bonus foul shot. Herrera gets rejected by Aguilar. Paul Flores drops it downstairs. Oh, what a play! Great upper body control there for Vince Manalad. But right now, Manalad did not appreciate that hard foul on that play. So the question is, will this remain a regular foul, or will this be an unsportsmanlike foul, or in an extreme case, they could upgrade this to a disqualifying foul? So we will find out shortly. Right now, they're going to decide.
On number 9 of Globe, Vince Manalad for disrespectfully dealing with a player. 1 free throw for Anytime Fitness.
Okay, so there was a tactical foul called against Vince Manalad as he lost his cool earlier after receiving that hard foul. The foul was called earlier on Vince Chanko. Chanko hits that technical free throw K-style. So it's going to be a bonus free throw here for Vince Manalad. So Vince Manalad this season averaging 17.5 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 7.3 assists, and 2.3 steals. A 77% shooter from the free throw line, and he makes it. And Anytime Fitness will call this timeout with 9:02 left here in the second. We'll return in a moment. The Kings Division Final of your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 is starting to get hotter here after earlier. Vince Manalad caught a hard foul on that three-point play conversion against Vince Chanko, and he got teed up afterwards after getting a little heated earlier. What a find from Manalad to a rim-running Arnold Pagdanganan. And yet, despite losing his cool temporarily, nice find there downstairs to Pagdanganan. And now Flores with a breakaway there. So let's see if they will upgrade this to an unsportsmanlike foul, because it could fall under any of those two categories. But referees say it is just a normal holding foul.
23 seconds on the shot clock.
Early on in the shot clock here for Globe. Eight minutes and 24 left here in the second quarter. Globe couldn't convert on their possession. 17 to shoot here for Anytime Fitness. They swing it to Herrera. Herrera! That layup, a little too hard to get an angle on that one. Julius Aguilar with a great stop for Globe. Three-pointer on the way. Bingo time for Vince Chanko. 15-point advantage here for Globe, 34-19. He tried to zip the pass downstairs to Pagdanganan, but Jack Makasayat's pass was a little too hot to handle. Paul Herrera to Magbanua. Baseline drive. Magbanua like a ball through a china shop. And Julius Aguilar gives up that foul. And every time that a player would put down their arms, it's going to be an easy call for our officials to make. Magbanua badly misses on the first free throw. He averages 43% from the free throw line, averaging 14.7 points, 14 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.5 steals. 47% shooter from the field. 1 out of 2 from the line for Ryan Magbanua. .point advantage here for Globe. Earlier, Anytime Fitness came as close as 2 points in the first quarter. Great ball movement here for Globe, finding Aguilar downstairs. Couldn't find the angle on that shot off the glass. Ball will remain with Anytime Fitness. 7:05 left here in the second quarter. .17 seconds on the shot clock here for Anytime Fitness. Second three-pointer for Vince Chanko. San. It's down to an 11-point ball game in favor of Globe, 34-23. Aguilar goes downhill. Drive and kick. Manalad drills it in. What an answer back here for Globe, extending their advantage back to 14. 6 minutes and 25 remaining, and this time Vince Chanko whiffs up an air ball that's iron deficient. Manalad now to the front court, decides to pull back. Jack Makasayat, a three of his own off the target, but what a putback. Great timing for Arnold Pagdanganan. Not always there when you call, but always on time. Right now he's giving it his all so that the championship will be theirs. Magbanua sends it to the corner. Carlo Kilang off target on the jumper. Ball tapped out of bounds off of Paul Herrera. Seconds away from our Passerelle rule substitution here in the second quarter. Jack Makasayat jacks it up and drills it. 42-23. 19-point advantage for Globe here in this championship match. Shows us why they are 6-0 in the elimination round, and then steamrolling through in that semifinals win over Tenet. Nice find downstairs for Pagdanganan coming from Paul Flores. And we have our mandatory swap with 5:09 left here in the second quarter. And Globe not only weathered the storm, but also passed with flying colors against Anytime Fitness here at the opening half of the second quarter. But the question is, can this second unit of Globe here in the second quarter capitalize and further cement this lead? Kevin Velasquez with a flamethrower, burying that triple for Anytime Fitness to make this a 16-point deficit. Bryce Agustin cold off the bench and missing that three. In transition, Marcos Rabano makes the Globe defense pay. 44-30. Globe's lead is sinking and fast. They go to Agustin. Going downhill. Agustin got tripped. Referees say clean play. And great defensive stop for Anytime Fitness. Quick look at our numbers, by the way. So far, Globe shooting 63% from the field. Anytime Fitness 29%. Heat check miss for Marcos Rabano for Anytime Fitness on that last possession. Sanchez kills his dribble. Passes it off, but it's off the fingertips of an Anytime Fitness defender. And now Globe will call this timeout with 4:03 remaining here in the second quarter as their offense is sputtering here in the latter half of the second quarter. We'll be right back. "15 seconds on the shot clock here for Globe coming off their own timeout. And they repay their coaching staff and teammates with an air ball right there. But another great stop for Globe. Oh, and they throw the ball away. James Sanchez did his teammate dirty with that pass that was a little too high overhead. Dano tried to make the entry pass. Aaron Sunga recovers the loose ball. 10 on the shot clock for Anytime Fitness. Shovel pass back to Dano. High off the glass. The bank is open on a Saturday for Anytime Fitness. 12-point lead here for Globe, 44-32. 3 minutes and 16 left here in the second. Maralit tried to drive. Bothered there by Anytime Fitness's defense off the hands of Melvin Somera, says our officials. 10 to shoot. They send it out to Marvin Baldivia. 5 on the 24. Baldivia rises for 3. Off target. Long offensive rebound by Pajado. Second try, high off the glass for Nelson Maralit. Back to a 14-point ball game for Globe as we are 2 minutes and 49 away from halftime. Rabano swings it to Dano, fakes the elbow three. Dano drives through and gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way. Foul is called against Nelson Maralit. Bonus shot time here for Patrick Dano. This is the bonus. He gets his own miss and yet couldn't capitalize on a napping Globe defense. Less than 2.5 to go here in the period. Agustin slaloms through the defense like an Olympic skier and found the weakness in that Anytime Fitness defense, finishing with the right hand. Somera to Rabano. They swing it to Velasquez all day to shoot. Fails to make it. Velasquez gets his own miss. Drops it off to Somera, who throws the ball away. Valdivia attacking one-on-one. And sticky defense from Marcos Rabano. There's a second lease on life here for Globe. They nearly threw it away off the hands of Marcos Rabano. 13 to shoot here for Globe. Anytime Fitness making the stops, but they could not recover that loose ball. Sanchez. There's another miss downstairs for Nelson Maralit of Globe. Dano on the attack. Downhill attack for the score. Patrick Dano going coast to coast. Down to a 12-point ball game for Globe. A minute and 25 left. Sanchez drops it inside. Marvin Valdivia nearly lost it at the baseline, but they will retain possession. Anytime Fitness will call this breather with a minute and 21 left here in the second quarter. This is your Kings Division final in the Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. Globe couldn't capitalize coming off that Anytime Fitness timeout. 109 left here in the second quarter. Sunga misses in transition. That's a holding foul called against Melvin Somera. Royce Agustin surveying the floor here for Globe. Agustin tried to use that screen from Robert Pajado. Sanchez now. They go downstairs. Great ball movement, finds Agustin. Tried to go for the reverse. Deflected from the help side by Kevin Velasquez. 46.4 ticks remaining. 6 seconds on the shot clock here for Globe. Baseline 3 won't go through for Marvin Valdivia. Second lease on life for Globe. 2 bounces and in for Nelson Maralit. 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. Anytime Fitness now. Long 3 on the way. And Kevin Velasquez was able to fish for that foul against James Sanchez. That will mean 3 free throws for Velasquez.
James Sanchez, his first personal foul. 3 free throws for Kevin Velasquez.
Kevin Velasquez, a 60% free throw shooter for the season. An 18% shooter from 3-point range, averaging 3.5 points. Or check that, 14.7 points. 8.3 points, 4.2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 0.7 of a steal per game. And as his percentage shows, Velasquez missing the front end of 3 free throws. So far tonight. Anytime Fitness, for those shots, 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. There's another foul on Globe. It's on Nelson Maralit. This time going to the line, that's Marcos Rabano, as Globe already beyond the foul limit. First free throw in for Marcos Rabano, shooting 29% from the free throw line, averaging 12 points this season, together with 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2.8 steals. Hits both. Shot clock is off here for Globe. Clinging on to that 11-point advantage. Sanchez slaloming through the defense, drops it off. Nice find to Valdivia, gets denied. Scramble for the loose ball won here by Anytime Fitness. They have enough time to make a shot. Sunga attacks, tried to go for the inside hand finish, and foul is called on Royce Agustin.
Royce Agustin, his first personal foul.
1.5 seconds remaining. That will be 2 free throws right here for Aaron Sunga. Sunga couldn't hit the first of 2 free throws. Chance to make this a 10-point ball game if he hits this one. Sunga makes it. That's his first made free throw of the season. And a three-pointer way off base there for Royce Agustin at the halftime break. Globe leading Anytime Fitness by 10 points, 50-40 here at the halftime break. We'll be back with more action from the Kings Division Final of your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026.
For showing love for everyone, and it doesn't really mean Valentine's for couple or romantically. It's more friendship, your family and your friends. So yeah, spread love. Happy Valentine's.
Being with your coworkers and celebrating a day of love, and it's just not just about love, it's also about friendship, and then all the games and little treats that you
Definitely seeing the flowers from just a bunch of flowers and forming it into this wonderful arrangement. So it showcased everyone's creativity, and I had so much fun.
My first time doing the flower arrangement because I plan to give this to my boyfriend because he's always giving me flowers. So it's his turn to receive flowers naman. Thank you, Neo.
For showing love for everyone, and it doesn't really mean Valentine's for couple or romantically. It's more friendship, your family and your friends. So yeah, spread love. Happy Valentine's.
being with your coworkers and celebrating a day of love, and it's just not just about love, it's also about friendship, and then all the games and little treats that you
This is your Neo Basketball Tournament 2026 Kings Division Final. Globe leading Anytime Fitness by 10 points, 50-40 as we start the third quarter of play. Here's Diego de Paz bringing you the action from Court 1 of Gameville Ballpark in Mandaluyong City. And the jumper won't go through on that first possession for Globe here in the third quarter. Globe shot 52.4% from the field in the first half, while Anytime Fitness went 33.3% from the field. Rebounding battle was even Steven at 28. Globe sharing the basketball much better, 13-7. And also turnovers were even at 8 each. And Globe operating downstairs a little bit more than Anytime Fitness, 36-20. And also the bench points in favor of Globe, 23-19. Leading scorers at the halftime, by the way, for Globe. That was Marvin Valdivia, the mythical team member, with 11 points, while Arnold Pagdanganan with 10 points. While for Anytime Fitness, we had Patrick Dano with 8 points, then Vince Chanco and Kevin Velasquez with 7 points apiece. Action continues here in the third quarter. 8.5 to go. And the jumper is good on the turnaround by Andre Pamat. It's down to a 10-point game once more. Vince Manalad rises for 3. 4 bounces. And the rims unforgiving this evening. Rabano goes downhill. Nice find to a baseline cutting teammate in Lloyd Lamak, who couldn't get that finish. There's a foul called, a holding variety on Andre Pamat against Paul Flores there. "15 seconds on the shot clock here for Globe. Paul Flores trying to look at his options. Man-to-man defense applied here by Anytime Fitness, but Paul Flores nearly got away there. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Straightaway jumper won't go through for Peter Ramirez. Jack Makasait gets the reset there, but Lloyd Lamak a little too close for comfort, and he got called for the foul despite him crashing to the Gameville ballpark hardwood. 9 seconds on the shot clock here for Globe. Vince Manalad buries that jumper from inside the keyhole. 12-point advantage here for Globe against Anytime Fitness. Dano from the right wing. Couldn't get it to drop. Magbanua saves the possession but throws it away to the wrong man in Paul Flores. Makasayat dives, and what a find from Vince Manalad. And Jack Makasayat gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way. 14-point lead for Globe once more. Makasayat fails to hit the bonus, tried to get his own rebound. Ooh, and look at that. Vince Manalad still tried to dive for that basketball. Amazing plays here for Globe. Despite them being big at holding on to this huge advantage at 14, they're still playing as if this game were tied. Six minutes and 44 left here in the third quarter. Game still firmly in control by Globe. Aguilar all day to shoot. He was dared but left it short. Manalad gets a steal, misses the right-handed finish, but Peter Ramirez was right there. Right place, right time. And Globe rolling here in the third quarter. Lloyd Lamak got called for his fourth personal foul. Now Peter Ramirez at the 4.5 meter stripe makes the bonus. A 50% shooter this season. Now with 4 points to his name. As time winding down here in the third quarter. Ramirez, or Flores rather, forces that jump ball on Aaron Sunga. Anytime Fitness will have 11 seconds on their shot clock. Baseline inbound to Magbanua. 9 seconds to shoot. Backing down his defender. Magbanua triple teamed, and there's a foul called against Globe. That'll be 2 free throws for Ryan Magbanua. Julius Aguilar called for that foul. 43% shooter this season is Ryan Magbanua. 5 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist tonight. Well below his averages of 14.7 points and 14 rebounds. Magbanua goes over 2 from the line. Another foul, this time called against Anytime Fitness on that rebounding play. Marcus Rabano tagged with that one. Five minutes and 55 left in the third period. Flores sends it over here to Vince Manalad. 12 to shoot, corner, cross-court pass to Paul Flores. Launches the 3 but couldn't deal. Long rebound by Magbanua. Patrick Dano back to Magbanua. Magbanua nearly bamboozled Peter Ramirez there. Now here comes Julius Aguilar. Downhill attack. Drops it off for Jack Makasaet for the score. Anytime Fitness would like to talk things over as they've seen enough. 5 minutes and 18 remaining in the third quarter. Globe up big against Anytime Fitness, 61-42. The Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 Kings Division Final continues. 5 minutes and 15 remaining here in the third quarter. Anytime Fitness calling for that ceasefire earlier as their deficit now extended to 19, but they cut it to 17 courtesy of Melvin Somera's jumper. Gotta give credit to their patience on that offense. Paul Flores from foul line extended. Rattles it in. Back to a 19-point ball game. Velasquez surveying the floor. Sends it over to Patrick Dano. Now downstairs. Extra passing goes to Somera. It will stay with Anytime Fitness. One thing you gotta admire about the Globe defense, the way that they're shifting with how Anytime Fitness has been trying to open up the passing lanes there. Corner three there made by Melvin Somera. Paul Flores attacks, sends it out to Makasaet. Dangerous cross-court pass goes to Manalad. Manalad inside the paint, misses that long too. Marcus Rabano going on the downhill attack, but great tap from behind by Paul Flores. Vince Manalad sends it out to Makasaet. He relocates for the three. Too strong. Long rebound Makasaet. Fresh 14 on the Globe shot clock. Vince Manalad with 6 to shoot. Manalad goes downhill from the foul line. No go. Third lease on life here for Globe. Aguilar drills that jumper from inside that foul lane circle. 65-47. 18-point advantage here for Globe against Anytime Fitness here in this championship match. Rabano couldn't find an opening. Launches that long two from the right wing. Couldn't get it to drop. Second try here for Anytime Fitness. Down on the ground and rolling was Patrick Dano, and he got fouled. That's on Paul Flores. And Globe will have a 5-man swap here in the late stages of the third quarter. That was just the second team foul against Globe. But Anytime Fitness, their next foul will mean 2 free throws for Globe as they are over the limit. Sam Mopera misses that 3, or check that, that's Andre Pamat rather. It goes out of bounds. Globe could extend this advantage to either 20 or 21, which I believe would be a new high for them. Ron Mauricio got fouled by Marcos Rabano. And as I mentioned earlier, 2 free throws to be awarded here to Globe. Time Fitness foul from here on out here in the third quarter. Ron Mauricio, a 50% shooter from the free throw line this season, averaging 4.5 points and 6 rebounds per game. So far hasn't scored but has dished out 2 assists this evening. Goes 0 for 2 from the line. Rebound secured by Melvin Somera. Rabano attacking against 2 Globe defenders. Speeds through, gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way. Foul is called against Don Yu. Marcos Rabano at the free throw line for the bonus. Takes it and makes it. It's down to a 15-point ball game. Nelson Moralet, nice find to a cutting Royce Agustin. It's now 6-7, 5-0. 2:09 remaining here in the third quarter. Great attack there from Anytime Fitness. You gotta admire Melvin Somera's aggressiveness. Unfortunately though, referees say that he went out of bounds.
2 minutes.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Globe trying to make this a nice lead. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here's the drive to the basket, but lost on the way up by Royce Agustin. Double technicals were called here on Globe's Ron Mauricio and Andre Pamat.
Double technical foul on number 22. Ron Mauricio, his first personal foul at number 25.
We'll find out in a moment the reason why.
For disrespect to a dedicated player.
Okay, looks like they mutually disrespected each other there, and 1 minute and 33 left, and there's another foul given up by Andre Pamat. That will be 2 free throws here for Ron Mauricio.
Penalty.
Into the ball game returns Aji Yatar for Pamat. So now it's going to be a 2 to make 3 situation. A 3 to make 2 situation now for Ron Mauricio. Gets the first of 2 free throws. Mauricio, a 50% free throw shooter this season. So far, Globe right now 4 out of 11. Make that 6 out of 13 after those 2 free throws made by Mauricio. 69 to 52, a nice lead here for Globe against Anytime Fitness. Great tap by Mauricio, finding his teammate Royce Agustin, who gets a rebound. Moralet's pass was wayward, but great recovery from his teammate Don Yu. Ron Mauricio couldn't hit the 3. Another offensive rebound here, won by Nelson Moralet. Fresh 14 on the shot clock as we are down to the last minute of the third. Don Yu from the perimeter, long 2 from the left wing. And this one's going to be a runaway for Globe, especially if Anytime Fitness could not capitalize, but they finally do. And the score is score downstairs by Melvin Somera. .17-point ball game. And Globe could extend this one. Oh! Everything but the layup there for Royce Agustin. And we are down to the final 17 seconds of the third quarter. Shot clock is off here for Anytime Fitness. Downhill attack. Aji Yatar was able to get that contact on the way up.
Foul score number 1, Arnold Bagdaan, his first personal foul.
Arnold Bagdaan got called for that foul in that last sequence. Exactly 10 seconds remaining. Both teams already beyond the limit. But Yatar couldn't make the first of 2 free throws. Yatar 0 for 2 from the line. Manalad with the rebound. 6 seconds left. Mauricio extra pass. And Royce Agustin says, "See you later." And that will end 3 quarters of play. Globe up big, 73-54 after 3 periods. Don't go anywhere. We got the conclusion of our Kings Division Final here in your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 on the other side of this break. This is the Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 Kings Division Final. Globe so far has led all the way in this one. And Peter Ramirez ensures 2 more points on the board here for Globe. As this lead now a palindrome score, 75 to, well no, not the palindrome score, but almost 75-54. Once again, this is Diego Da Paz bringing you the action from Gameville Ballpark, court number 1 in Mandaluyong City. Question is, does Anytime Fitness have enough time to, make a comeback here? As I mentioned earlier, Globe led all throughout in this one. Biggest lead at 19. And for Anytime Fitness, they have never led in this one. So compared to their elimination round meeting last March 15, this one a one-sided affair. It's like Globe entering this ball game and knowing their opponent. They wanted to make sure that there will be no repeat of a potential cardiac game. Vince Manalad misses that jumper. Now Magbanua going downhill, spins and gets the twirl and the finish. Blocking foul on Julius Aguilar.
Foul score number 29. Original is number 19. Julius Aguilar, his 4th personal foul.
That's a 4th personal foul on Aguilar. Bonus foul shot here for Magbanua. Takes it and makes it. Magbanua now with 10 points, joining Marcos Rabano in double-digit scoring for Anytime Fitness tonight. 8 minutes and 38 left in this battle. So you got 3 Globe players in double-digit scoring. That's Valdivia with 11, Manalad also with 11, and Pagdanganan with 10. Sunga trying to go downhill. Nice find. Rabano makes the extra pass. And Andre Pamat scores downstairs. And Globe will call this timeout with 8:18 remaining and their lead down to 14 once more, 75-61. Eight minutes and 10 left here in the fourth and final quarter. Globe trying to make sure there will be no comebacks here for Anytime Fitness. Julius Aguilar pounding the rock inside and got contact. Aaron Sunga got called for that foul, and now there'll be 2 shots here for Julius Aguilar. Averaging 6.7 points per game, 9.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.7 steals, but only a 25% shooter from the free throw line. Failed to make the first free throw. Barely 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. 1 out of 2 for Aguilar. Marcus Rabano to Lloyd Lamak. Rabano swings it. Patrick Dano drops it off. Aaron Sunga misses that jumper, and it will stay with Anytime Fitness. 13 seconds on their shot clock. Off the baseline inbound, that could have been a steal of a play, but great recovery right there for Lloyd Lamak for that baseline shot. Aguilar here being hounded, by the way, by Magbanua. It's man-to-man defense here by Anytime Fitness. Ramirez rises for the J over the outstretched arms of Aaron Sunga. And the steal completed here by Vince Manalad. Globe here trying to extend their 15-point advantage. Makasaet rises for 3 off to the right. Lamak with the rebound. Dano to Rabano. Rabano floats it up. Not enough English off the glass. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Lamak at the corner. Now they swing it to Rabano. Straight away 3. No explosion there from beyond the arc. Vince Manalad calmly brings it up court. Manalad pulls back. They have plenty of time on the shot clock here. Now down to 10. Aguilar. Straight away 3. That one left short. Rebound Patrick Dano. Now Magbanua going downhill. Still with Magbanua. Extra pass going downstairs. Nice find to an open Lloyd Lamak. That was a nifty extra pass from Aaron Sunga for the best possible shot. Paul Flores kicks it out to Peter Ramirez. Ramirez gets rejected. Manalad. Cross-court pass to Paul Flores. Flores with the drive. Too strong. Put back missed as well by Julius Aguilar. Magbanua going downhill. Magbanua scoring over Jack Makasait. It's now 78-6-7. 5 minutes and 17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Manalad, nice find downstairs to Julius Aguilar. It's back to a 13-point Bakers dozen lead for Globe, 80-6-7. 12 seconds on the shot clock here for Anytime Fitness. Lamak lost the ball on the way up, but great recovery from Ryan Magbanua. 80-69. It's down to an 11-point ball game. 4 minutes and 35 left in this one. Jack Makasait, his three-pointer off to the right. Ryan Magbanua sends it over to Patrick Dano. They kick it out to Marcus Rabano. Rabano with a step. Couldn't capitalize on that shot. Rabano gets the offensive board. And there's a third try. Back to Rabano's fingers. Now Magbanua barging through the lane. Overshoots it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Rabano finally gets it in for Anytime Fitness. It's down to a 9-point ball game. 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. And it's starting to reach a fever pitch here inside. And what an ankle breaker move by Manalad, and he gets fouled on the way to the basket. And we got a technical foul called here against Anytime Fitness. So it's a blocking foul against Anytime Fitness. And that's his 5th personal foul. There's also a technical foul called against Anytime Fitness. And that's also all important, especially that Anytime Fitness trying to make a comeback here. They're just down by 9 points. And this one could stymie that run. First of 2 free throws on that shooting foul by Vince Manalad in, though he missed that technical free throw earlier. 77% free throw shooter is Vince Manalad. Manalad now 3 out of 5 from the line tonight. Make that 3 out of 6 after making 1 of those 3 free throws. 10-point ball game. Still in favor of Globe. Anytime Fitness never led in this one. And Ryan Magbanua dribbled it off his foot. That's a foul given up by Marcus Rabano. That's just team foul number 3 on Anytime Fitness. Jack Makasait now in the hands of Vince Manalad. Valdivia with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Makasait hounded here by Melvin Somera. Makasait throws it up to no avail. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Agustin needs to put this one up. Overshoots the mark on that baseline drive. Outlet pass to Rabano, but what a collision there! And Rabano is down on the ground. And looks like the foul is on Royce Agustin of Globe. As we are down to the midnight hours of this battle, this is the closest that Anytime Fitness has gotten since about the first half. Both teams with 3 team fouls apiece, so one more foul to give for both sides. And both teams only have 2 timeouts left. 3-pointer on the way! 1, 2, 3! All-important 3 for Kevin Velasquez to make this a 7-point ball game. 81-74. Vince Manalad goes downhill, finishes with the right. Back to a 9-point lead for Globe, 83-74. Hang on tight, folks. We're in for a wild finish. Velasquez, another 3. Left it short this time. Makasayat hauls down the rebound. Makasayat trying to go coast to coast. Drops it off. The extra pass to Manalad. 17 on the shot clock here for Globe. They're calling for calm. Valdivia attacks. Valdivia floats it up to no avail, and it hits the rim. And we are down to the last 2 minutes. 9-point ball game. Magbanua tried to fish for a foul there, but only gets Globe's 4th team foul. And it's a non-shooting foul. So the next Globe foul will mean free throws for Anytime Fitness. Shot clock at 15 seconds here for Anytime Fitness. Ball with Patrick Dano. Now they go down low. Melvin Somera. Somera couldn't get it to drop. Rebound secured by Globes. Marvin Valdivia. Minute and 38 left in this contest. Globe slowing things down. Milking away at this clock. Still in the hands of Manalad. Manalad sneaks through and stolen away by Rabano. 1-on-1 against Agustin. Marcos Rabano couldn't get it in. Now 2 defenders here for Globe. Magbanua going downhill. 3 white shirts on him. But Magbanua with the score. 69 seconds left. Now Globe trying to get points here. Agustin gets fouled by Magbanua. And I believe that is Magbanua's 4th foul.
Number 11.
Oh, that's just his 2nd personal foul. And Anytime Fitness will burn their penultimate timeout with 1 minute and 2 remaining in an effort to freeze, or should we say before Globe will inbound this one. And we'll be right back after this timeout. This is your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 Kings Division Final. Royce Agustin at the free throw line, as that last foul was in the act of shooting. Not a wise way of using your foul to give here if you're Anytime Fitness. Royce Agustin hits both. He has been perfect all throughout the season. Hasn't missed a free throw. Hold the phone. Kevin Velasquez with another 3-pointer to cut this to a 6-point ball game. Vince Manalad will be the next Globe free throw shooter to be tested. 77% for the season. Manalad 3 out of 6 for 50% from the line this tournament. Under a minute left, 56 seconds to be exact. First free throw, clean as a whistle. 87-79. Two out of two for Vince Manalad. Dano. Velasquez, off balance three, left it short. Ball tapped away, out of bounds by Julius Aguilar. 15 seconds on the shot clock here for Anytime Fitness rather. Velasquez catch and shoot three, air ball, and that one iron deficient. Foul given up by Anytime Fitness, Melvin Somera. And that might be it. Especially if Globe hits their free throws here. Heading to the line will be Vince Manalad. Manalad 5 out of 8 from the line tonight. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. Takes it, makes it. Team leading 17 points. A leading candidate for our finals most valuable player trophy. Manalad hits both. Fist pumping as well, as he can feel that Globe has finally overcome Anytime Fitness's late rally here. 35 seconds left, and Dano's three-pointer a miss, and that pass was a little too long for Royce Agustin. And Magbanua has signaled the white flag here, and that will be it. Globe is your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 Kings Division Champion, with a rout of Anytime Fitness in their repeat battle, 89-79. And what a way to close out our Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. And we will have our full awarding ceremonies on the other side of this break.
best uniform of the season, Fujitsu Weiser. And now it's time to recognize our 5 best players of the season as part of our Mythical 5. First member of our Mythical 5 averaged 12 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4 assists, for a total of 215 statistical points from Globe, Marvin Valdivia. The second member of our Mythical 5 averaged 24.7 points, 11.2 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0.2 steals, for a total of 230 statistical points from IWG, Chris Paul Giro Monaco. The third member of our Mythical 5 is a speedy guard that averaged 34.3 points, 10 rebounds a game, 4.8 assists, 2.8 steals, and half a block per ball game for 239 statistical points from PC Solutions, Jersham Montes. The next member of our Mythical 5 averaged 14.7 points, 14 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.2 blocks a game for 249 statistical points from Anytime Fitness, Ryan Magbanua. And last but not the least, he averaged 33.4 points, 13.8 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 3.4 steals, and 1.6 blocks per ball game in a dominant effort this tournament from Kisumbing Torres, Michael Lipuna. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause for your Kings Division Mythical 5 here in the Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. And our most valuable player from Kisumbing Torres, Michael Lipuna. Before we award our team trophies, we would like to recognize Fujitsu Weiser, the 3rd place in your Kings Division here in the Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. And now it's time to award our runner-up trophy. They gave a valiant stand here in this championship game today. Give it up for Anytime Fitness! Once again, give it up for Anytime Fitness, your runner-up here in the Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. And now, it's time to award the championship trophy here in the Kings Division of your Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026 to your champion, Glow! 0, Peter Ramirez. 0, Paul Flores. 1, Arnold Pagkamanan. 2, Brian Otto. 5, Johan Balmaceda. 8, Robert Pajado. 9, Vince Manalad. 10, Marvin Valdivia. 12, Zaldi Santos. 13, Anjo Pasamonte. 18, Luis Carla de Guzman. 19, Julius Aguilar. 20, Royce Agustin. 22, Rod Mauricio. 24, James Sanchez.
Lapit mo pa kaya?
27,
Kulang pa eh.
Nelson Morales. 28, Don Yu. And 95, Jack Bakasay. Congratulations to Glow, your Kings Division champion in the Neo 5-on-5 Basketball Tournament 2026. And we got one more piece of hardware to award our finals MVP. 18 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. Number 9, Vince Manalad. Basketball Tournament 2026.